Right. Katie, Sean, Katie. Right. She-Hulk.
Yes.
She-Hulk is a thing. Woman. Thing. It. That's it. Let's watch. No, I'm not joking. So just a quick thing for everyone. There was supposed to be a Hunger Games video this week. Didn't work.
Copyrighted,
Yep.
left, right, and centre.
Just could not get any version of the video on the internet. Which is weird because I see loads of videos of it, and I've found the two filters that people use on Pro that might be able to fix it, but we'll have to record some stuff to see if it works. But basically, yeah, there was supposed to be a Hunger Games. We're gonna have to shelf the Hunger Games franchise until
further notice.
Until I can figure out how to not copyright stuff. Like I said, there was 3 versions of the video that went up. None of them worked. And instead of being helpful and telling me what it was that I had to change, YouTube just struck it down. I need to be careful what I say, because they'll come for me. I might get assassinated. I mean, I mean, we love you, YouTube. Look at my jeans. Look at them. Look at that.
I don't want to look at your jeans.
It's big thighs. That's what's causing that. Look. Big thighs.
Sean, welcome to every single pair of jeans I've ever owned.
Anyway, what we're talking about. She-Hulk. Know anything?
Female Hulk.
Bloody really? I never would have guessed that.
No, the cousins, aren't they? Isn't that it?
I think so.
She's Bruce Banner's cousin. She's a lawyer.
I'm going to say one thing, right? If Matt Murdock is not in this trailer, I will be livid. Because a lawyer superhero, there's only one. And if this She-Hulk wants to try and get on this level...
Well, Sean, technically there's not only one. There's only one that we've seen.
If this She-Hulk wants to get on Matt Murdock's level, Matt Murdock has to be in the series. And it's Disney Plus, and they've just recently announced that they're going to do more Daredevils. So Disney just need to go ahead and make my day with this trailer, all right? Because I've had a bloody stressful week trying to edit the Hunger Games. Right, let's just watch. Let's watch. Let's hope. My chair's really squeaky.
Being a superhero is a trial by fire. Who's gonna protect the world if not people like you?
Oh. Okay. Oh, that was a nice suit.
I'm Jennifer Walters. I'm
Looks
a
a bit
lawyer.
like
I have
Hulk
great
suit, isn't it?
friends.
Can we get some shots, please? It's an emergency.
Ha! I like
I have
that.
a demanding job.
We just started a superhuman law division, and I want you to be the face of it.
Oh.
Emil
And a
Blonsky.
frustrating family.
Cause we didn't ask for this, but
So
you
he's
still
still
gotta
Professor
deal
Hulk.
with it.
And his arms fixed.
Transformations are triggered by anger and fear.
Those are like the baseline of any woman just existing. Oh. Bruce, kind of feels like if I don't transform, I'm gonna die.
Yes, yes, yes. No, no.
Why is he worried?
Want to be a
He's the
normal,
Hulk.
anonymous lawyer.
Can you tell us where She-Hulk is? Jen, you're a story now. Girl, your ass looks crazy right now. You could be an Avenger.
Oh, I'm not a superhero. That is for billionaires and narcissists and adult orphans for some reason.
Adult orphan.
Is there anything more depressing than dating in your 30s?
This is the best date I've had in a while.
Oh,
Should we split some fries?
let's get those to go.
Already disappointed.
Okay, I will say that the CGI
Does not
doesn't
look very good,
that good.
does it?
But I'm thinking you could probably fix that, right?
Supposedly, from something that I've read, is that she was meant to be bigger. Like she was supposed to be physically bigger, but they've toned her down for some reason. I don't know why. I assume it's something to do with her not being visually appealing. If she's looks like Hulk Hogan but green.
I mean, I don't dislike it. I'm curious to know, like, the whole, like, superhuman law division. That's, like, an interesting...
Yeah. What's that hat? It's a weird looking hat. Why, right, here's a question. Why is Hulk
Yes.
worried here?
I think it's.
He's the
But
Hulk.
I don't think he's worried. He probably just doesn't want to have to fight his own cousin. And plus, though, does she have control here necessarily?
Seems like it. She's in dresses and stuff.
Yeah, like she eventually.
Oh, you mean at this point?
At this point, is she in control?
Who knows? Who knows?
It's also curious though because Bruce Banner never had that level of control over Hulk that soon.
No. I'm also a tiny bit
She-
miffed that Mark Ruffalo hasn't been given his own film or series. Why is he just playing second fiddle now? He's the Hulk. He's what? Oh, he's not the last Avenger, is he?
No, Thor.
Thor and Hawkeye.
Okay.
They're both still kicking it, I suppose.
Yeah, I still want him to have his own movie though. But
Yeah.
so, when does this take place? Because
I don't know. Because if you would think that it takes place after
Yeah.
Endgame, but if it's after Endgame, then does that mean his arm's fully fixed?
well, because at the end of Shang-Chi, you saw him. He wasn't Professor Hulk anymore. He was just like Bruce Banner, and he had his arm in a sling. So is it that like he's,
Is this maybe in between?
or is it that he had to become Bruce Banner in order to heal, and then
But we do also see Emil Blonsky in prison. The Abomination. Which
he was
that's
in Shang-Chi
that's
as
going to
well,
be
wasn't
cool. Yeah, but maybe he escaped. It might actually be in between. Then it might be in between Infinity War and Endgame. Imagine he's in this, and he ends up escaping.
Well, it could be if he somehow managed to figure out how to like, because he said, didn't he? He said he had to like go through this whole process to
Yeah,
be Bruce, like be Professor Hulk. So what if he like just straight away helps her find that in between
yeah.
instead of having to go through all the trouble he went through as Hulk?
She just doesn't look very good.
The CGI isn't the best. That was
Yeah.
the first thing I noticed. It isn't the
It's a
best
shame.
looking.
I can't decide if it's just the pre-look, like this
I
is
just still haven't fixed it yet.
because he looks mint. The Hulk still looks good, but why does she not look good? Like she does not look good there.
It's very like,
I don't know if they're trying to make her still attractive as the Hulk.
the thing is with the Hulk, it's like there's like, when you look at him, there's a lot of like texture and stuff, isn't it? She just looks like very like one.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
She looks like very like plasticky, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
I don't want that to take away from the trailer though, because it's
she's not doing superhero landings. Why do her legs look how big her legs look? I mean long leg. What? He looks not. Why does he look normal? And he should be the one that doesn't look normal. He's the big, ridiculous, scary brute. She's just green and a little bit bigger. He looks mint. She looks cack. I don't know if it's because, and Disney can come for me if they want. I know they're one of the biggest conglomerates on the planet, but I think it's because they're still trying to make her look attractive as the Hulk. With him, I don't think they really care because he's the Hulk and he's a man, and they had Chris Evans and
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth to sort of
I hope that's not the case though, because it's not. That's not the point, is it? She's
no, like I don't need her to be attractive. I need her to be the Hulk. I'm sick and tired of all this Professor Hulk crack. I want to go back to the days of the Hulk being an enormous green rage monster. Take
Yeah.
me back. I want to be back in
well,
2012.
because I'm sure she already. I don't know. I don't know enough about She-Hulk to know like
Yeah,
what
me
she's
neither.
like. I don't think she's like the Hulk though.
I'm a tiny bit miffed that there's no Matt Murdock.
Who is she fighting there?
Is he there anywhere? Does anyone see a walking cane or? No. No. Oh, that might be Foggy Nelson. It's not, but it might be.
No, they wouldn't show it, Sean. If he was going to
I
be in it,
don't
they wouldn't
know.
show you.
Look at him.
Who is this guy?
I saw a rumour that Red Hulk was supposed to be in this, but obviously since what's he called? The guy who played Thunderbolt Ross died. Obviously, it's probably not going to happen unless they find a Red Hulk in someone else.
I hope the actual reason is just that they haven't finished it yet.
Yeah, I want to. I want to
know?
believe in Disney, but I also don't believe in Disney. I also know what Disney's like. That is very Disney. That she was meant to be bigger, but they toned her down because a too muscular woman wouldn't be very attractive to Disney. Although there are muscular women who are very attractive, and frankly, superhero lasses don't need to be attractive. They just need to be cool.
But it's like it's just I don't.
It's that outdated thing.
Don't ruin the character because you care about the looks. Like she doesn't. Her in a natural human form is a beautiful woman. Why isn't that enough? Why do you then have to make like the Hulk version of her?
I don't know, because you've got to remember that they can pull off just having a shirtless scene for a male superhero, because you know a man can just take his shirt off, and there's your sex appeal there. But a woman has to be attractive because a woman can't take her shirt off.
Well, not that causing issues, but
Yeah, not without making it.
It's just I hope it's just this is they haven't finished it yet.
Or that there is like a.
They rushed to get this done, and they're still working on it. I hope that's the case.
Abomination looks cool. Although, even with Shang-Chi, I don't like the look of him now. I like the look of him in The Incredible Hulk. You know, when he was all kind of bony and sort of scraggly, and he had like bones sticking out of his arms and stuff. This again seems like this version, the one that was in Shang-Chi, seems like a very Disney-fied version of it, where it's like, let's make it, you know, so children will want to buy it. Let's not make it too scary, you know. Whereas the Incredible Hulk version was quite scary. It was a weird sort of bone thing that had sharp points coming out of his elbows and stuff. Give us that Abomination back. But is it Tim Roth? Is that who it is? The guy who plays Emil Blonsky? That could be cool. Glad to see him coming back. What else? Yeah, like my biggest worry is just that, basically, is the way she looks. And it will be interesting to see what the excuse is. If it was a story thing, like she gets bigger progressively through the show.
Like what Hulk is, that like the angrier she gets, the bigger she gets.
Yeah, although Disney's version of the Hulk doesn't do that.
Yeah.
If they did that, I would be, you know, I'm more than happy to have her look sort of pasty like she does now. But because I know what Disney's like, I'm almost 90% sure that that's the reason why. Because she can't have a single blemish on her skin.
She's all like very one coloured, isn't she?
Yeah, you know how like the Hulk, he's got like Mark Ruffalo's like frown lines,
He's
and
got like
his
texture,
beard.
isn't he? Like
yeah,
it's just...
stubble. Sorry, not really beard, but stubble. But like the rest of him is the big buff green thing. But his face especially looks, and he's got chest hair. I think he's got Mark Ruffalo's chest hair. Not that that's important, but he does. But yeah, she's like, she doesn't really seem to have any. Go back to that shot where you could see her face. She just doesn't seem to really have any blemishes, if you know what I mean. Like, she just looks very cartoonish. I think she, and before people start saying this is CGI and all that crack, I know she is. But Mark Ruffalo's Hulk doesn't look cartoonish. He looks big and green, but he still looks like not realistic, but he looks
just
as
the
close
finish.
to...
He like the textural differences between Mark Ruffalo's Hulk and She-Hulk. Like when you look at her face, she just looks very like flat, if that makes sense.
Yeah, she doesn't have a single blemish on her face. She's got like a sort of whatever those are called. You know those bits by you.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got those, but apart from that, she ain't got anything else, and it's a bit queer.
I wonder what the main like plot of the series is going to be though.
It probably would be just to do with her sort of fame. That's what it seems like anyway.
She's this like superhuman lawyer, and then she.
I like that shot. I like her growing out of her shoes. That's cool.
Who is that
I
guy?
don't know. That helmet. Not even there. This just doesn't look good. Sorry, I'm sure she's probably going to be really good, but she just... Right, hold on. Let's go through her Tinder. Grant.
It's Matcha.
Alright.
Because they can't have Tinder.
Grant. Nick. Noah. Truck, really? Cat. Charles. What does that say? Bryce.
Why are you getting so into the
Because, right, this is exactly how Matt Murdock's going to get introduced. I guarantee.
Tinder?
Or Fog. It's going to be Foggy or something like that. Charles. Oh! Chris. There's no one called Chris in the MCU, is there? Charles.
Xavier?
Yeah. Kevin. Derek. Oh, Derek's the one that she likes. Oh, no, wait, no, you. That's the guy that was in Baywatch. You ready? David Otunga! What are you doing here? You weren't a very good wrestler. I know what everyone's thinking. He could probably squish me, but, you know. He wasn't a very good wrestler, so what do you want me to say? You know what I mean? She's just a bit... I feel like they're putting more emphasis on her being attractive. Especially including Tinder, essentially. They're putting more emphasis on her being attractive rather than her being a really strong Hulk, basically. Like, she's a Hulk. That's what she is. Which is just a tiny bit annoying. Like, I almost guarantee, like, I'm at this point now, thinking about it even more, but I guarantee that's why Disney have made her look this way. So she's marketable as an attractive superhero.
I hope it's... I hope it's not. I'm going to hold out hope that it's just they haven't finished it yet.
And also, what was with the... Where was that
If everyone
line?
just like gets upset about it, they'll just do like Sonic the Hedgehog it and just change it.
Yeah. Where was that? What was that line she said about all superheroes? An Avenger? What did she say? Did she just insult those that came before? Because there will be hell to pay.
Billionaires and narcissists and adult orphans for some.
Isn't that just like all Tony Stark?
What? Yeah, is she just insulting Tony Stark? Well, that's getting a solid 4 out of 10.
Remember, this could be pre-Endgame, so this wouldn't be considered insensitive at this point.
Hold on. Narcissist. What was the first one? Billionaires.
Narcissists. And adult orphans.
Does that point to anyone else? Widow.
Orphan, yeah.
Suppose Captain America, if you count him as an orphan.
Wanda.
Yeah, one day, yeah.
Orphan. There's not really many billionaires, though.
No. I'm angry. This has already alienated me. But I know what Disney will do. I'll say I don't like the look of her, and I don't like her insulting Tony Stark and whoever else we just said there. And what they'll say is, they'll say I'm the problem, and I'm not ready for a female superhero. That's because this is what Disney do. Do you remember what they did with Star Wars? They said they weren't ready for strong. Well, just give me a strong character that doesn't need to insult everyone else. Okay? Are you listening, Brie Larson? Because I'm talking to you. Anything else? Anything else you want to add? Do you want to have a rant about...
I feel like all you've done is just rant about the way she looks. So I'm going to try and talk about the story a bit.
Yeah, so supposedly Thunderbolt Ross was going to be in this. Was he in? He wasn't in Captain America. Was he? Was he in? No, not Captain America. Falcon and Winter Soldier. He wasn't in that, was he?
No, he was in Black Widow.
He was in Widow, yeah.
I think that was the last thing he's been in.
Because supposedly he was going to be in this, and Red Hulk was going to be the main bad guy in this. Because they are building up the Thunderbolts, aren't they? They've already got...
Yeah.
Who have they already got? They've got...
Zemo.
Zemo, US agent.
Yelena. Black Widow.
Yeah. Just them.
Uh...
I know who Yelena is. She's my future wife.
You just... The way you said it just made it to my head, didn't it? Yeah. Bucky? Is Bucky in it? No.
I don't know. Anyway, they've got that sort of group going, haven't they? All the Dark Avengers, they've got them going as well. The sort of... The characters who could essentially be...
Taskmaster.
Yes, although... Less of her, the better. Because she wasn't very good. She was not a very good Taskmaster. The Taskmaster from the Avengers game was better than her. And that's saying quite a bit. I hope they can hear the sick burns, because this mic's been weird recently. Yeah, so maybe the Red Hulk, but it doesn't look like it, because there's that weird helmet person and the person who looks like a Ninja Turtle cosplayer. So who knows? Hasn't really give you all that much to go off.
Yeah, it looks like it's probably going to be her, like, figuring out if she can be, you know, like a cool lawyer plus as well, like a superhero. Seems like she's doing that typical, I don't want to be a superhero.
Yeah. The other thing is as well, is that it seems like a part of it is going to be her sort of dealing with, I think it might actually be an appearance-based story, because I don't think she wants to be the Hulk while she's trying to do her job, because the idea of her being green as superhuman and all that stuff sort of, you know, might put her in a bad light. And it's also because the normal version of the Hulk has had to go through his entire life sort of essentially losing control of himself in order to let the Hulk smash stuff.
Yeah.
So he knows that this is probably the best option for her, but she hasn't had to go through all that, so she doesn't know, so it's going to be a different impact on her life. But I feel like the safer option is for this to be set after Endgame, because if it isn't, are they you know where the big question is going to be is just where was she during Infinity War? If this is set during Endgame, if this is set between Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah. But then the big question then is just Bruce Banner. Why isn't his arm still?
Yeah. Well, maybe
injured?
they found a way to fix it.
Maybe.
I feel like it would be easier to explain him just fixing his arm instead of having a really silly
But didn't
reason.
they not come out and say that that injury was going to have long-lasting effects on the Hulk?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it should really, shouldn't it? 'Cause
Considering he literally, like, it was caused by, like, the Infinity Stones. Like,
that's
doesn't
what
really-
someone worked out what kind of damage that was doing. Like, someone actually worked it out. Not like down to scientific, but they had a really good way of explaining essentially what that did. And
Right.
because they wanted to explain how sort of terrible and painful Iron Man's death must have been. If like Thanos was like near crippled by it, and that Thanos, and you know, you've got the Hulk who's essentially invulnerable, crippled by it, and then, you know, Iron Man died. Yeah, but you are right. They did say that. So it might be between Infinity War and Endgame.
The only thing that I just don't see how. I couldn't see them going, oh yeah, this is like the worst injury ever, like, you know, this is like a big deal, and then, oh no, it's fine because he fixed it, because he's like a genius and all that. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. True. You know, Matt Murdock better be in this, that's all I'm saying. You know, better be
So
in
it
it.
seems like she's representing that
The superhumans.
yeah, like Abomination in particular.
Yeah.
What for though? Why would she want to be representing him?
It might be something tied in with the Ark. Superhumans stuck on the Ark. Essentially, they're there for their entire life, aren't they? So they're having their rights taken away from them. Although I suppose most of the people that have gone to the Ark have gone there deservedly.
Yeah.
I mean, Abomination, they destroyed Harlem with the Hulk, so I suppose that's fair. But in his case, it's different, isn't it? Because he's the Hulk, basically, but a bad version of it. So if he can control his sort of hulkiness, or his abomination-ishness, then he should be alright. But it's
Yeah.
just controlling that, isn't it? So it might be something along those lines. Look how fat her thumb looks there. It's just me saying that.
That's a finger, not
Not a
thumb.
thumb, yeah. A finger, that's what I said.
Stop.
And that finger. Why do all her fingers look weird? Come on, Disney, get your act together.
It's probably just because she's moving her hand and it's just the
Oh.
resolution of the screen. Just
I hope she doesn't look crap. I want this to be good.
no more about her appearance.
I want this to be good. No, but, you know, that is something that has to be discussed, because one of the Hulk's primary things is that they're big and green, or they're big and they're a different colour, depending on which version of the Hulk you're going with. But so she doesn't look great as a superhero fan. I've got to sit here and say it's not an insult on her. It's not her fault. She's not in charge of making her look good. You know what I mean? I just don't think I don't think this version of that looks very good.
I hope it gets fixed by the time it
Yeah,
comes out.
yeah. When did it say when it's coming out? Disney, it doesn't look like it.
No.
That's a darn shame. Oh, wait. No. Oh, 17th of August. So, post Thor. post Kenobi. Fair enough. Yeah, that was just reacting to She-Hulk, attorney at law. It's not attorney-in-law. It's American. I don't know. They don't do words very good. They don't do words very good. I make myself laugh. Like the video, subscribe. Oh no, wait. First, tell us stuff down in the comments. What do you think? Do you think she looks good? Do you think she looks crap? Do you think she looks... do you think it's story-based? Do you think it's something to do with her attractiveness and her sellability? Her marketability. Is that a word? Sounds like a word, doesn't it? That as a character. Or do you think it's like Kate? Do you think it's just the early sort of stages and they're gonna, you know, finish her up a little bit? Let us know. Like the video, subscribe, ding the bell button when we upload. We upload every day. Anything else you want to say?
I hope we do get Matt Murdock in this.
I
But I feel like then if they do that, that would just completely overshadow the entire series, wouldn't it?
Probably.
Because everyone would just be saying, "Oh, well, Matt Murdock's in it," you know.
Yeah. We don't care about She-Hulk anymore. Cox is in our lives again.
I've
never
I
found
don't
myself
know that they
really
would do
wanting-
that unless it was something like the very end of the show and it's like she.
Yeah. Was
She makes up the
I need a new partner in this firm, and it zooms around on a Nelson and Murdoch plaque.
Something like that,
That
yeah.
would be
Or you just, even if you just heard a stick, if I just heard a stick, I'd be like,
No, I would need something more concrete than that. If you saw the stick, maybe.
if you turned around and it was just the bottom of the stick and some shoes, and you don't have to show you his face.
Oh, if they're gonna do that, I want to see Charlie Cox's face. Do you know how much Charlie Cox means to me? Yeah, I know what you mean. It would be. I
don't feel like he would be a big player in the show.
No, it's probably not. I am at least chuffed that they are going to do more Daredevil. Now all we need is the Punisher back in his little skull vest, shooting people in the face, and rubbing people's faces on glass, and bashing people's faces. He's got a thing about bashing people in the face, isn't he? Like ruining people's faces.
He doesn't care about appearance, does he?
No. Except his. He's got a very chiseled jaw. Good for him. Thank you for watching.
I need to know.